So this, I believe, is Whitaker, and it's the power line for the pumping station at the top is what this power line is all about. So today we're going to be hiking on the Garry Oak Meadows near Little Mount Doug and near the Garry Ridge that I did the other day. Took some pictures. I'm going to take some pictures again today. Norma and I are basically hiking 5 miles to go to the store.
Which is 1K away.
Which is about a K away. Yeah. So these are the very tall Douglas fir trees. Very soon we'll be going into the Garry Oak Meadows. But we have to get through a fair bit of climbing right now. I'm out of breath already. Yeah, when I don't run, I tend to get a little too enthusiastic into the hike, but that's good. It's less harmful on my joints to hike hard than it is to run hard.
Yeah, that's less pounding.
Less pounding, yeah. And now that I do have a track of my heart, I can see that it's
just working the same, but
yeah, it's just as beneficial for a cardiovascular workout.
It's like a step class compared to a run.
Yeah. Yep. So very soon we're going to be turning out of the shade and into the sun. I brought my sunglasses with me today to protect my eyes. And also, it also highlights the contrasts. This is a nice connector. You see that one?
You should try brown lenses sometime.
Brown lenses.
That's what I thought. The contrast is really enhanced.
Your Lolita glasses.
Well, only certain ones are brown.
Ah.
Other ones are green.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, there's a whole warren of side trails here and little, what look like real warrens.
Yeah, but no exit.
They look like animal holes. Do you think somebody was just digging in there?
I'm going to put the rocks in.
Oh. All right.
Morning. So video on that too, showing.
This guy is running in the glory zone. Downhill. Nice job. Hi.
Morning.
This guy was a gal. What was that?
I could have told you that.
Yeah, it's funny that. I think I was looking more at her gait, you know, how she was running. Wasn't looking for the obvious features. So this is like the superhighway connector of all the trails. Just as we turn this corner, it opens up into 3 or 4. It's almost a 5-way corner. Yep. And they're going to be doing something with all these planks, but they haven't quite decided where they're going to...
Well, they have decided.
Oh, they have, all right.
I haven't told you.
How thoughtless of them.
They wouldn't put them there if they didn't have a plan.
Yeah. They might have just put their plans on hold for a while.
Those two guys in the station.
Yeah. I'm choosing to go this way so we can get all this climbing out of the way first. Could have cut across, but then we would have had to climb up again. Just after this big tree, I think there's a trail to the left. This one I think I decided was my second favorite tree. It is. Yep. But it's so robust and massive at the base here. Yeah. And those huge holes where the woodpeckers have been eating the bugs off the bark. I think that's what they do. They hack away at the bark and then they eat the bugs. No, it's more like... You can see how they've peppered just that area there. Like target practice.
I want to make the hole, the bugs say, oh, someone put a hole.
So it's like beneficial.
But then they can come back and the guys are all in there.
There's more bugs to eat. They're like setting up traps for the bugs. If we were going up to the top of Little Mound, Doug, we would go straight up there, but we're just going to swoop across this way. Harrop. Yep. A lot of these trails, I know the names, but I'd never realized that was this end of Harrop. Yep. Normally we come up here and zoom down. I don't know if the camera will capture that.
What?
Well, those trees holding each other up, and the tall young growth, maybe 150 years old, behind it. Because I'm not sure, I think some of the older trees they count in the thousands of years old. Some of those old ones in Haida Gwaii.
Oh, definitely in Haida Gwaii. I'm not sure about here.
Maybe the natives took them all down here. We're on tertiary.
In the Haida Gwaii ones, you need several people together around the front.
Yeah.
And some of them, you can even walk through because
they've dug a hole through them?
Well, the soil has gone away.
Ah.
Been eroded.
Like under the roots?
Yeah. But they used to get in there. But not a big passageway. Some people couldn't go through. You have to be fairly skinny and not afraid to squeeze the tree.
I wouldn't go into the cougar cave.
Well, it wasn't a cave. You knew you were inside a tree.
Yeah, so that would feel slightly less intimidating than being inside a mountain. I always think that what if there's an earthquake?
What?
I can't push back against an earthquake. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if there's an earthquake if you're standing out in the field.
Yes, indeed. All right, we're going to peel off to the left and then into the sunshine. And there's the cave. We're heading towards Todd Trail now. So that's the cave. You see, I wouldn't crawl in there because I'd get very claustrophobic, but it opens up apparently and it's quite big. Jeff Hunt went through there with his daughter and she scrambled in and he figured that he better go in as well, just in case.
Not a bear?
Well, there might have been any sort of broken bottle or something unpleasant, evil smelling, who knows. An old dead animal of probably 12 or 13. I should probably be fascinated by it. All right.
Well, they don't think I'm going to step in a bunch of raccoon shit.
No. No. They always imagine they're going to discover a dinosaur fossil. It must be great to be 12 years old. I can smell the camas from here. We're getting into the camas territory again. I keep coming back. 2 weeks ago we were on the fern side of the mountain for the fawn lilies, and now we're on the Garry Oak side. There's a bit of a mixture. There's yellow and that looks like ranunculus rapans, the common buttercup. Yep. This definitely is the glory zone for camas.
Wild onions.
What? Wild onions? Is that what they are?
Yep, allium.
Okay. Can you verify it by a taste? Would it taste oniony? Is this what we're talking about? Yeah, it tastes a bit dill-like. Oniony? Okay. But they look almost like they're going to have berries there. Yeah. So that's the way up to the Little Mount Doug by the rocks, but we're not going up there because Norma's in a cast still. We don't want to have any more accidents. That's all you need would be to fracture the other wrist. There's a little unofficial trail through there, but this one's just as scenic. Eh?
I said it's been used.
Yeah, no it has. I know exactly why they went through there. Because it puts you out on the rock a little sooner. Yeah, the shadows are deceptive because of the hard edges of the shadows. This time of the day, it must be what? Yeah, 10 o'clock. And all is well. How long have we been hiking? I would say half an hour. We're now going to see the lookout from here. This is a little mound that I call Son of Little Mount Doug. But this is classic Garry Oak meadows. I'm just putting the recorder down. Don't let me forget it.
Why would you forget it?
Well, I've done that before. I've taken a picture and then walked away and left it there. I had to come back for it. I've had like half an hour of dead air. I think this way is slightly less... Oh, okay. This is probably the highest spot. There's a little bit more over there. But we're going to go down that side. Down through the meadows. Mm-hmm. But preferably on a established trail. Otherwise
Tumbleweed.
we'll be bushwhacking through the weeds.
Without a whacker.
Well...
That's a little stunted Garry Oak.
Yep. But you've got like this one, Son of Little Mount Doug, Little Mount Doug, Big Mount Doug in the back. The three of them. And then the next thing will be the Garry Ridge, which is just over here. There's a buzzard up there, look, see?
Yeah.
That's probably right over the Blenkinsop Trail where I was yesterday. You remember how we always used to see buzzards when we went up there? Yeah.
Because of the chickens and things.
Yep. That's right, the farms are just there in case a chicken gets away or a domestic wabbit. that buzzard cooperates, I'll catch him on the next turn. If the buzzard, yeah. There he is. Come this way, twerp.
You won't be able to tell what you're taking a picture of.
Oh, I just missed him.
Not the only buzzard in the world.
I'm sure there'll be more. There'll be more buzzards in the future. All right. So definitely all the indicators of Garry Oak. You've got the oaks, you've got the camas, you've got the scrub grass, you've got the distinct absence of Douglas, a little bit of arbutus. Eh? Yep. It's not a very often seen view of the big mountain. Looks like Everest. Everest without the snow. Kilimanjaro. It's so funny, during the trivia night there was a table right next to us, and two of the people on the table kept listening to what we were saying and getting our answers. So in the end we used to start saying things like Kilimanjaro to everything, just so that we would whisper that what we thought the answer was.
Yeah.
And then we would just say Kilimanjaro so that they wouldn't hear the real answer. They knew that their gig was up.
It's alive.
It's still alive, that branch?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rooted.
It's part of the arbutus, isn't it?
I can't go there.
Well, there's a nice little place down here.
I know, but I can't go over the top.
Oh, well, come this way then. Where the route was. It was your lowest point of entry.
You went take my wrong one.
It's always a little unnerving when you want to put the third hand down and it's not available. Not the third hand, you know what I mean. One of your hands.
No, that's a definite one.
I'm trying to find the safest way for you.
Well, I'm not just following you without looking.
Yeah. But I haven't been on this part for so long. It's all new to me too. Yeah. There's some pretty big rocks in the long grass here. And there is a lot of rain. This would be a stream, a creek bed for the surface runoff. Well, there is also a sign that says additional parking 300 meters further along, which is, well, that's the entrance to the to the Blenkinsop Trail. That's where that wood carving was from yesterday. Watch out for the deceptive shadows here. We're back into the Garry Oak, not the Garry Oak, what is it? The Douglas fir, the secondary growth Douglas fir. So, what sort of price range do you think I should be looking for this electric bike?
Well, I think set a maximum to be prepared to go up there, but if it was handed, I don't think something for $1,000 is probably going to satisfy you for very long.
Yeah. And if I think of it as a car bus replacement.
Yeah, and the fact is you're going to use it for X number of years. Divide that and then decide, that's cheaper than a bus pass for a year.
possibly, yeah.
Okay, because $85 a month is...
I'm just thinking about it's going to expand where I can run, because I won't exactly...
That's what I mean. It's your transport to a place that you'd like to see that you haven't been going to because the transport would take you...
Yeah, and there's too much faffing around with the buses.
Yeah, waiting for this to connect to that.
Yeah. So then journey time is simply that, journey time, not waiting for the next connection.
Well, and part of the fun.
Yeah. This trail takes us right onto Glendenning. It's downhill all the way now. Yep, oh, like a bowling ball. I always think of myself as a bowling ball, but this isn't very chute-like.
Really
no, when it's a dead straight, U-shaped groove, I always think, oh, I'm a bowling ball rolling down the chute. Somebody told me once, if you want to navigate in a European city, or most cities in fact, if you're not sure where the river is, just keep taking the down turn. Every time there's a turn, take the one that takes you down, and eventually you'll end up on the river, or the ocean. So yesterday I came down this way and went up. I'm pretty much doing the reverse route that I did yesterday. And door to door from our house was 7.5 kilometers. So going to ending up at Save on Foods will make it about a 5 mile, 8 and a bit. Yoo! This trail I've done in the dark. It's just wide enough and distinctive enough. Some of those narrow ones, you couldn't even find them in the dark. Well, it fell. It got blown over, and then they cut it to take it out of the... There's a couple of trees, I think, here. Yeah. It's probably about 150. Hello. Yeah, if you came down on this trail at full speed and tripped, you would definitely get plenty of air before you hit the ground. And the nice thing is that there's no real, annoying bugs. I mean, well, this time of the year as well, you'd think, oh, maybe the bugs will start, but not really. We're lucky.
If you're in Ontario or Quebec, the black bugs would be killing it.
Yeah. It would spoil your enjoyment of being outside if there were bugs all the time. Hi there.
No, hi.
Nice day, eh?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Ja, das war.
You can smell the trees. Yep. This is definitely the wet side of the mountain. And the Garry Oak is like the dry shoulder of the mountain.
I don't mind any of them, but
What?
I really noticed that where we are being really outnumbered by Indians these days.
Yep, no, it's true.
Ride a bus, anything, just count.
Yep. We're in a visible minority here.
Yeah.
It was a bit like that trivia night when normally you see maybe in a group of 50 you might see 1 or 2 blind people. In that room there was about 80 people and 30 of them were blind. And, you know, I was talking to one of my table mates, the member, you know, the one that knew Stanley. And I said, it's interesting to see the slightly different dynamic of being almost outnumbered by somebody other than yourself. And this was the sighted versus non-sighted. Normally they're in such a minority that they're an anomaly, that's right. We were the anomaly there, and we ended up having to do a lot of table moving and score keeping for people who couldn't see. And at one stage, he played some tunes on the piano, the quizmaster, and it was a really out-of-tune piano at Norway House. It sounded ridiculous. He played Waltzing Matilda, and you had to say whether it was a national anthem or not. And he played some Highland Fling or something, I don't know. Basically, whatever tune he could play, a few of them might have been national anthems. And you had to, there was 5 questions, he had to play 5 different tunes. Yeah. Well, the blind people got them all right. I tell you, we were leaning heavily on them, because they recognized the tune right away. I mean, not that we didn't.
Also their age group.
Yeah.
Okay, Marta. I don't think we have any young blind people.
Actually, that was the slight difference to the other day. There was a woman with a blind son who came, and he was probably 20, maybe a little younger. And then after that, a couple of his friends arrived from Garth Homer or wherever they knew each other from. And our table had 3 blind, I would say, adolescents, people on. But I was thinking more like that they do tend to rely a lot more on audible cues. So we were listening very intently to the questions. And one of the young guys, he would mumble under his breath. And every time I said, yeah, you're right, his face lit up, you know. Suddenly his smarts had been noticed, not just the fact that he's a blind kid.
Exactly. Blindness was an element.
Yeah. And he didn't drink anything, and he didn't... Well, no, I don't think he was too young, but he was there with his mother. And it wasn't raucous by any means, but we'd drunk 2 or 3 cans of beer by then. And we were basically enjoying the fact that the quiz was almost over. And then we could get back to normalcy. Now this is kind of a cute little tree in the middle here. Yeah, I wonder how many Christmases that will last. Somebody's going to say, perfect! Yeah. And we're almost on the main highway. Hi.
Hi.
This is a route you wouldn't want to catch at high speed. That would definitely win. I wonder what causes these stumps. They're like round on the top.
Yeah, that's just because the moss was there. And then...
Maybe they got killed off when they were very small and they...
No.
No?
You've been stomped like that, and then something takes the open face, and then there's one of the nutrients for it.
Ah. It's like a vestigial limb. Anyway, the birds are singing for us now.
In Haida-Gwaii, there were quite a few like that, but the moss and stuff was still on them, and they looked like giant mushrooms or phallus or whatever, because the tops were bigger than the stalk.
Phallus-like shapes protruding out of the forest floor.
Yeah.
You could keep all the F's going there. Phallus-shaped forms forcing from the forest floor.
There you go.
Okay. Definitely the glory zone down here. There's a little stump.
Because we didn't do them, right? Yeah. Not that that.
Hello.
Hello.
But they always remind me of amputated limbs. I've seen people with legs that end like a stump like that. Hi.
Morning.
Yeah, because you pull the skin over and stitch it.
Yeah. And this one was done by Saanich. They carved it. Eventually, I guess it might, as you say, encrust itself and grow over. Like that one.
Yeah.
That's more of a classic one.
That's probably 2 years.
Yeah. Now I have to go on because I need my coffee, and the only place to get it at a good price is Save On Foods, but that way is Harvest Lane if you want to go back from here.
I'll go to Sam.
Yeah, okay. Because I got an empty pack now. I mean, I don't mind buying other stuff too.
I was one of his boss, marching up and giving it the what for.
You can tell we're back in civilization.
Nice.
And that's a nice trail. We took that one the other day. It dumps you on Parkside.
Yeah.
I'm half expecting to see Jackie Gay, John, Canoe John,
Sailor John. Not
Sailor John, yeah. He's not a canoe guy anymore. Mac Roberts, that was his name. Our Olympians. They both come here quite often because it's very close to where they live to bring their dog Zephyr. And he runs around up here. They're the ones that would say if the dog is going to poop, he's going in the bushes.
Yeah.
We're not going to go in there with a bag and try and dig it up because they're in wheelchairs. I mean, she's missing one leg and he's paraplegic. Hello.
Hello.